I know he had him for a legitimate reason.
Yes, there's.
Don't judge the child for needing to eat.
Anyways.
Yeah, I mean, hashtag not all monsters.
Fair enough.
Yeah,
No,
but
just
like,
kidding.
I mean, you guys are literally walking around with a fae, who's like probably one of the most archetypal monsters in this world.
I have stated multiple times how I would be totally on board with killing her.
wow. All
I
right.
remember these conversations.
I don't, but now I want to.
Here's the thing. Can we physically? No.
She's your girlfriend. How dare you ask?
I'm not saying yeah. I'm trying to disprove the situation.
That's like,
Yeah,
that's
you're doing
like,
a great
what's
job.
the worst question I could write in my notebook? I want
Shut.
sister.
That was last week. We have moved on.
This
than
week you
last
ask if you can kill her.
Do you bleed?
You're the worst girlfriend ever.
Well, it's probably because I'm not a chick, so I've never been in a relationship.
Yeah, but like, damn.
You and Chedamir can, share that. I don't know. You've never been in a relationship with a fairy in real life, too, right? Right?
Anyways. Anyways. Oh shit, I pressed the button.
Did you not tell us something? Oh my god.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
Who is
Nah,
she?
I know he's lying. Me and Fred, we know all the Eldritch beings on Earth as of right now.
They have their
Like,
own
we know
Discord.
And I know that
We do have our own
Discord.
We do have our own Discord.
You open.
It's called
I don't-
Archbase.
I don't want to read in the news one day
You
that
say
you're
it's called
with some sort of,
Archbase.
Yeah.
IA-like
Thank
creature.
you.
Okay. Okay, first off, good joke. Second off, what'd you say, Oh?
Said I don't want to hear one day that you end up with some sort of AI girlfriend like Krieger from Archer.
I don't want to hear you got a Fae STD. Because that shit would be creepy. It would be like the Americans, like Europeans going to America and bringing all the STDs. That would be the same thing.
Smallpox mostly. But concept, yeah.
Yeah, but like Fae pox, imagine that shit. It's just like bursts and like a gnome comes out of it.
No.
Yeah,
I'm
you
trying to know why that
smallpox.
fairies get sick. That's silly.
No, but they
That's
can
it.
spread it to humans who can get sick.
Oh,
Well,
jeez.
it's not a fairy STD anymore. It's just a normal STD.
Well, yeah, but if Fae's brought it in, like how that dude
Turns
fucked
out
the goat,
the
all of a
process
sudden-
of being a changeling is actually an STD.
Fuck off.
Connor, we hate to break it to you.
Oh god, Taryn died from that.
Yes! My plan is coming to fruition. I'm gonna roll that save. There were some bad jokes. Okay, 9, I'm dead.
He jumped out of a smallpox that his mom got from the face. Oh god.
It's a weird.
Oh, jeez.
I do wonder, like, okay, so like from a technical standpoint, I know the legend goes because it's like a whole different story, but they kidnapped children and exchanged them for their own Fae children, right? But what did they do to the other children? Like, did they just
Eat
own them? Oh, okay, never mind.
Well,
Yeah.
answer
Pretty
the question.
straightforward.
Is that what happened to Connor too?
No, changelings don't operate like that in this world.
Okay, how do you?
A changeling is just simply the child of a fae
Okay.
and a mortal.
So just like a half.
They're a half-blood,
Yeah.
who will eventually become a full-blood whenever they make their decision.
Mm-hmm.
A full-blood of whatever side they pick.
Of one or the other. Okay.
What if they pick the mortal side, but their mortal side is half orc?
Well, then they become fully a half-orc.
Wait,
100%
what if they
half.
decide to be
Yeah.
a human, and then they fuck a Fae,
And
and then they have another child? Would that
That-
changeling be the
So
order?
it just,
it'd just be a
So,
normal changing at that point.
Yeah, it inherently prevents like quarter bloods, basically.
Yes.
Mudblood.
Also, I apologize in advance when I forget that because I'll get it confused with traditional changeling mythology.
That's fair.
Wonderful. I didn't even know there was traditional changeling mythology, so woohoo.
Yep,
There is.
that's what people used to blame autism on.
Yeah, that's what I was
Oh,
saying.
cool.
Like, trying to switch the child around. You know, because they always said my child was sweet when they were born, but now they're weird. So a fae
Yeah,
must
they're like at around 2 years old they started acting different and like just
Clearly
kind of
fairies.
stared with big eyes and yeah, and just
I
it
prefer
could be
satanic worship myself, but
and then
that was
also it was a way just to be able to get rid of people. Period. If you could be like,
My wife's just been acting weird. I think the fairies took her, and I get to kill this thing that they left behind.
yeah.
I mean, listen.
People are bad.
Sometimes you gotta kill your aunt. I'm just saying. Sometimes she gave you socks for Christmas, and she's gotta go. She had it
Bro,
coming.
I'd be so happy to get socks for Christmas.
Dude, I need some new socks.
I want underwear. Like, damn, socks. I have.
oh, true. That also.
Yeah.
That's
She
a
would
little
like
personal.
underwear.
I hate being so poor that sometimes I have to decide whether I can afford
This
to
is
buy
what
new
adulthood
underwear.
is like,
Yeah.
apparently. So I've been described as when you start getting excited for like mundane shit on Christmas.
Yeah.
Do you want me to send you $20?
I always
to buy
wondered
some
that as a
socks?
kid. I always wondered why like anyone would be happy to get clothes on Christmas, and then now I'm like, I get it.
Yeah. That's like a coupon to buy things with. Thank you, Mom.
I mean, I'll also just take raw cash. I'll take that too.
Yeah.
I had to be
Ultimate
reminded
gift
of my
to an
birthday.
economist.
Like, just doesn't matter anymore.
Just not do Christmas. It's Festivus.
Yeah.
Festivus for the rest of us.
Yeah.
You know what? Mormons have it right all along. Just don't celebrate.
Yeah, you're thinking of Jehovah's Witness.
That's what I meant.
Instantly shut down.
They're commonly confused.
Thank you.
Yeah, they're both,
Yeah, no,
they
my
both come up
family's
to the
very
door and
sick.
knock.
My family is very secular, so I have taken to calling our Christmas celebration Giftmas.
Fair. Fair. Fair.
I mean, the whole concept of Christmas is pretty absurd, even if you're trying to justify it from a Christian standpoint, seeing as it was just the Roman way of converting Celtic and Gaelic people from pagan religions into Roman mythology by bastardizing the winter solstice.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's a
Also-
traditional winter celebration.
Also, the Austrian version of Christmas is, how Santa Claus brings you presents. Over here, the angel
Krampus.
baby Jesus, who's a blonde little girl, brings us Christmas presents on the 24th, but not just Christmas presents. She goes into an empty room with your mom, and
Uh-huh.
she brings the Christmas tree and decorates it with her, and she leaves presents. So when you go and, you meet your grandma the whole day, and then when you come back home, you hear a little bell, and that means that baby Jesus girl was here and got your presents. It
And-
infuriates me every single year because she's literally called the Christmas angel or the Christ child or whatever, but it's a blonde, gold locks baby girl, and it's just fuck off. It's Jesus was a middle-aged Middle Eastern man.
To be fair, Jesus was not middle-aged his whole life.
No, but
This is
listen.
true. This is true.
That does not
You
negate the
are
fact that
part-
it is not a female and blonde hair.
Yes, and
Matter
also
of fact,
every single
was
year.
barely
Give me my
middle-aged.
fucking presents. That's all I care about. It's like the Tooth Fairy. I don't need to know the rest of you. I just need to know your transaction business.
Crash is like, I don't need your whole backstory. Just give me some fucking gift cards.
It's so infuriating every year because they choose this year's Christmas angel and they choose some thin white girl who's having slightly blondish hair who can make locks into it, and it's just that's not what Jesus looked like at all.
Not sure if you're tracking on this, but you're in Austria, country that probably is made up of quite a big majority of little blonde girls.
Yeah, because we killed most of the others.
This is true. So therefore, the sample size is therefore biased
Yeah.
automatically. So perhaps you just don't have a fair sample size in your town.
No, but it's very it's
Welcome to
infuriating.
my econ class I take on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday.
We have a very fun word for Christmas present in Swedish. It's called
Money.
a julklapp. No. And the word
Damn.
klapp is derived from the 1700s, where people would knock on the window and then they would throw
Sorry.
stuff into your living room.
Just
What?
shuck it.
Yo, it's a reverse robbery.
Yeet that shit in there.
Yeah,
They
and you
open the
do
window
this-
and throw shit in.
Yeah.
No, you don't understand. That were the robbers who like stole your shit through the years.
Oh,
You had to go get it back.
so they're just giving it back to you. Okay.
They were just borrowing it.
You would either.
Or
you would-
they're out of someone else's shit. Then it's like a lottery system. It's like White Elephant. You know, it's like
Yeah,
you don't know if the
everybody-
present's gonna be shit or it's gonna be good. We just
And
stole from the
everybody
next house
brings
over.
one.
Generally, you would
Robber.
throw in little straw figures, like a little goats made out of straw,
Oh, neat.
or you throw in like joke presents that aren't supposed to be presents, but kind of funny stuff.
So literally white elephant.
So someone's had to have tossed in like a large purple dodo or something. A severed human head.
Grandma's
It's
home.
why ahead?
I don't know. It'd be a pretty funny gag when someone opens up the box and they get the fucking shit scared out of them.
Because you know there'd be like steps. It'd be like, oh, shock, and then be like, oh, it's a fake head. Then they realize, oh shit, that's a head.
There are two different types of shock value you can go for. Okay.
My
One
God,
sock and one glove. Excellent.
I almost just had a Fred moment.
What was it?
He's not
But
gonna
one
admit
sock and one glove is very sweet because, like, you know, you're holding someone else's hand. You know, like you have matching pairs somewhere in the world.
it. Nah, screw that.
Was it the head
I
joke?
want to be
Were you gonna make
friendly
a head
with people.
joke? Sorry.
Something about getting head on Christmas. Blah blah blah.
Okay.
Oh, I was just gonna say, if you got the head first, you probably wouldn't need the dildo.
Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. That's actually just a good
Oh.
one.
That was a good one. Yeah.
I don't feel good about it.
At least you're honest.
If you can blow Jeff's name on your own joke.
My work here is done.
Alright, Fred, our mission to spread one being at a time your sense of humor is working, slowly but surely. Alright, now on to the next D&D campaign.
Goodbye, everybody. Goodbye.
Okay, speaking of D&D campaign, we should probably start because it's like 12 o'clock.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we probably should, shouldn't we? Okay, well, we'll do a quick... If anyone needs to do anything right now, get a drink, use the restroom, go do it. If
Okay.
not, then we're just gonna continue.
Oh.
I need to get water, but like I can hear you, so continue talking.
Okay.
I have a question before we start.
Yes.
You said I could add the proficiency to investigation when we arrived in town. Is that now or later?
That is now.
Alright, cool.
Oh, I also have a question because we have this weapon master thing where we can add proficiency. Can we do the same with sharpshooter?
What do you mean?
Like weapon master has where you can add your proficiency bonus to your attack rolls.
Yeah,
Like,
the new weapon
your
master.
only.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's actually minus to attack rules. Or are you asking if you can use them in
Yeah.
It's
conjunction?
to damage. It's to damage, not to attack rolls.
That's
You
what I
already
meant.
add proficiency to attack rolls.
Because usually great weapon master is the same as sharpshooter, just for like hand weapons.
Well, no,
Like,
no.
you
Great
take
weapon master is
-5.
different. Great
Oh.
weapon master is different.
Okay.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Oh.
There's the new weapon master in the homebrew, which
yes.
originally gave you proficiency in 4 weapons of your choice, which is fucking
Whack.
worthless.
Absolutely.
And then there's
garbage.
great weapon master, which is the essentiality of melee sharpshooter of -5 on
Yes,
attack,
that's the one I
roll
meant.
plus 10.
Oh, that's the one you. Okay, you changed the other one that gave 4 proficiency bonus.
Yes.
Gotcha.
The great
Okay.
weapon master is untouched because that thing's fine.
Yeah, I was
Exactly.
thinking like, why would you change that -5 plus 10? I was very confused. And
Sharpshooter and Great Master are like the best two feats.
yeah, they're amazing. I mean, for the other
Sniper or Cedric, I mean, fucking easy collab.
what?
Destroy him.
I mean,
No, there have been situations I have planned out already where Cedric and Verleska have done a Widowmaker sort of fucking hanging upside down by a rope arrow
Dude.
shot through like 2 windows. They're assassins. Well, one of them's an assassin, the other one's a Tagalong.
Yeah.
Yeah, one's
I mean,
Baleska.
it's just I always forget I have 2 feats, crossbow expert and sharpshooter, because they mainly just like take away those things that you hate about a crossbow, like loading and disadvantage. And so it's just like, oh yeah, I can shoot.
I mean, you could dual wield hand crossbows.
You can.
No, that's the one. That's the thing I love with crossbow expert, because you have like. No wait, is it that one? Yeah, it's where you have a bonus action, so that's really sweet. But -5 to attack is like, I already have a -5 because every time I roll, I'm just like really bad at it.
You just
Well,
gotta.
the point of it is that because 5 is the quote unquote statistical average you get from advantage. So therefore, if you had advantage on something, and then you took a -5 anyways, you're still probably gonna hit.
Yeah.
So the point of it is to be crafty.
No, that's very true. It's just I have seen a pattern where Karis is very bad at shooting. I mean, they can't hit.
What's your dex?
No. It's just that every time I roll, because apparently
Well, that's a roll issue, though.
Yeah. That's a totally roll issue because I'm a very average thing. I either I'm very good at something or really bad at something, and shooting is something I just constantly roll bad at. So it's like, nah, man, don't even try shooting. You're blind, honey. I don't know how you got sharpshooter.
The sample size is like
very
half a dozen shots, though.
Yeah, but still, honey, I don't know how I got sharp. Just I cheated on that test. Like, when they were just handing out coupons of sharpshooters. Yeah.
50% off your sharpshooter discount.
I have my card right here. So
Military designated sharpshooter, yeah.
Yeah, I'm not
A designated marksman, I believe they call it, actually.
Also, I mean, just for the record, sharpshooter is not good shooting.
What do you mean?
On a scale of 1 to 40, sharpshooter means you shot 26 through 32.
Oh, you mean in real life?
It means you're not that great.
Wow, rude.
But sniper is
marksman is
40.
even worse.
Okay.
Expert is anything from 36 to 40.
But the crossbow expert feat I had first, so I was better and then I got worse? That sounds like Karis.
Those names don't line up. Those names do not.
Not gonna lie. That sounds like Karis.
Alright, let's get this show on the road.
I thought we were getting into town.
Well, you're still on the road, getting into town.
That
make me a death save on that one, please. Means.
Yeah. Damn it, I lived.
Shame.
Damn it, you lived also. Although, to be
Yeah,
fair, it's
right.
really hard to kill him.
I became that what I hate.
Are you proud of yourself, Fred?
Fred has successfully corrupted you guys. I'm proud.
I'm very proud.
So, it's been a while, so it's only fair for me to ask this question, and you guys already know I'm going to ask it anyways, right? So, what happened last time?
Nothing.
Rude.
I beg to differ.
Salty.
I am still salty, but mainly because I was like, oh my god, Karis.
Well, that's on you, not on us.
No, it's not on us because we had a plan. And then it failed. I had a plan. And then it failed.
Well, if you have a plan and no one else has a plan, therefore it's not on us, so therefore...
Yeah, so I'm the salty and disappointed one. I'm not.
Anyway, someone that's not entirely biased, what happened last time?
Mainly it was
Neutral
just
after election.
traveling and also getting caught in the rain, but mostly traveling for several days and doing our little training bits, little training montages, which were fun.
On several days. I think in totality, I think you guys get to Severus in 3.5. 4.5 with a rainy day.
We also ran into our acquaintance, the Remnologist, and some
Yes, Henry.
I worked
Right.
And I gave him some information and said, you owe me one.
That you did.
Yeah.
Hopefully you'll actually see him again to call in that favor.
Or he'll just die next week. Who knows?
Essentially.
It was good to see Henry.
It was good to see him, and what was it, Elijah and Sir
Max.
Maximilian Michaelovich the First, and
Most
Vivian.
energetic son of a bitch you'll ever meet, and I love him.
He's a very nice guy, I swear.
Yeah. Totally not super murdery. Anything else? Drastically? Oh my
I think
fucking leg. Someone else take over.
Marshall and I had a moment, and if I remember correctly, Marshall seemed to have an epiphany.
About?
Or at least had a question answered.
Always muted.
Definitely, he had his ideology reinforced in his mind.
Ideology. It's a fancy way of saying it. Anything else?
Shadowmere had problems tracking tracks because there were a lot of tracks.
This
Oh,
is
yeah.
true.
Someone was trying to head north. And we also bumped into a little girl that was weird and suspicious. And then suddenly, oh hey, she eats human flesh. And it's like,
She does other stuff too. She doesn't
Yeah.
just eat human flesh, okay? You
All
fucking
she does
discriminating
is
bastard.
Sit around and
Look, Chedamere is zombie racist.
I'm
It might be
selfish,
justified
Shadowmere.
racism, but still.
She
I'm-
at least didn't come at our
Race now.
throats trying to murder us, but she was hungry and she ate a kidney, and I think some.
I didn't trust her because she didn't like me as a panda, and I was just like, she can't be good. But then I loved her, and now I adopted her. So people change.
Yeah.
It's as if being a starving child monster creature that just shows up at a camp would be suspicious of anything she meets.
Yeah, but like, who would think of that?
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
So her town is balls. I wrote it down somewhere. Fuck. where
It
was it?
starts with a K.
How?
That
I
is
was-
You're the one that wasn't here, and you know this. How?
I am very
I was
impressed.
literally just listening to that part, and I'm trying to remember what it's like.
It starts with a G,
Gallowber.
not a K.
Oh, it starts
Oh,
with
Gallowber.
Gallowber, not Caliber. Gallowber.
Gulliver. I was
Yeah.
completely wrong.
Gulliver and the Well from Hell.
The Well from Hell, that has a nice ring to it. And don't forget, the most important critical feature nearby this town, about a short walk away, is the hanging tree.
Yeah.
And it's
Which
not
I'm-
a tree that people get hung by, it's a tree that hangs people.
I'm
Forcibly.
certain that it's a completely normal tree.
It's a totally normal tree.
Dark
Yep, it's just her
Crest-
childhood fascination gone wild.
Crash. Was it Misha or Mishka?
Mishka.
But yeah,
Something about
mouse.
mice.
Yeah, it's a Serbian word for mice. Mouse. Mish. Mouse.
Mishka is also the Russian word for bear.
That's very fun, okay? Love it.
She's
I
a little
have
mouse
so
bear.
many puns. I have so many puns.
And we'll get into that. Don't worry.
Here's a list right there. He spent all week prepping it. Right there on a blow document.
He hasn't tried to think of how to get information about Mishka's home. No. He has a
Those
list.
are all jokes.
Yeah. He is
All
truly
jokes.
prepared. All right.
I told you he's
the
a
fucking
the
thing.
fucking Eldritch being. What? Like, come on.
Yeah, it's time.
He has his
Who-
immortal free time to spend on.
To be fair, Garth, with a group like ours, any plan is down the shitter in like 5 seconds.
Yes.
Fair enough. Honestly,
He's got a
fair
point.
enough.
Even my plans. So therefore, it gets really confusing.
Okay, we're gonna do this, and it's already failed. Awesome. I am in jail again.
If you're in jail immediately, I mean, that can't be helped sometimes.
Like, I'm just waiting for the zombie girl to get into town. Like,
And they just have, like, radars or something that detect zombies. They're like, excuse me. Can we check your wagon?
Oh, yeah, do you remember what I said, Garth, to Chedamere?
Mm,
That's a no.
No.
What did you say?
I'm selfish, Chedamere, not a
Oh,
monster.
yeah. That was a really good line. Why did I forget that? I'm gonna write that down.
Probably because you spent most of the session taking people into the woods.
I'm gonna go to Florida, not do anything because you're much bigger than I am.
You're a thought, nerd.
oh wow.
We've established Chedamere as a thought.
No.
When
We
did that happen? Oh my god! Where was I?
Look, she didn't flirt with Laura, so shut up.
Yeah, you just wrote down. What if Chedamere wrote "fuck with Laura"? Like Jesus.
I didn't. I'll
Something,
give you that one for
something,
free.
don't sleep with Danny, something, something, I will actually kill you.
Yeah.
1172.
And like, listen, if you want to date a fae, that's fine, but be prepared to like stick to that. Like, if you break her heart.
If you break her heart, she literally breaks your heart. And then brings it back and does it again.
So rip out yours, yeah. And then
Yeah.
eat it.
Yeah, it's a trade-off, equal trade. You break mine, I break yours. You figuratively, I literally.
Why would
she
I do
could-
that when I can torment you for eternity?
That is also a good point. I mean, you don't have to be alive to be tormented for eternity, to be fair.
There's a line from Dresden Files in which the main character is aided begrudgingly by his fairy godmother, who tries to capture him and turn him into a dog. But this is at a later point. Where
His
they're
dog?
relatively better.
Is it John
Yes,
Wick?
dog. No. Anyways, she shows up in, again, it's in like contemporary society, so 21st century. She shows up in a massive fucking limo that is like the TARDIS of Doctor Who, bigger on the inside. And then he asks her, "Do you always have to be like doing fairy tale stuff?" And she just tells him, "Why would I have to act like I'm doing fairy tale stuff, child? I am one."
Hey.
So
This is just
when you
who I
say
is.
what you might do figuratively, shows literally quite true.
Yeah.
The thing is, I fully expect Nella could probably punch through Chedimir's armor and into her chest if she tried. So it's like,
Potentially.
potentially. Anyways,
This coffee is fucking up my stomach, so I'll be right back. But in
Oh,
the
wonderful.
meantime,
baby break.
prepare yourselves. Also, who has inspiration and who doesn't?
I don't
Figure that out while I'm done.
I
I
do
have
not.
old inspiration.
I don't have